So we are back now from the floor. Mr. Gunasekeran, despite his busy schedule and working 48 hours in a day, has been kind enough to come to our studio and continue the discussion. And sir, taking whatever we discussed on the floor forward, how big has this show become this year?
See, this show has got a lot of importance this year because of the size, which has grown more than 25% comparing the previous year. So we had almost around 800 plus exhibitors last year, and this time we have crossed 1,000.
Okay.
So there was the phenomenal increase of exhibitors, and then the visitorship we have crossed that. Last year we had around 45,000 visitors, business visitors. That was crossed on day 2 today this year.
Okay.
So this year, and we are expecting almost double the visitorship comparing the last year. And the same way we had introduced a lot of new things in this event. The very first thing I would like to say is the new young and startup entrepreneurs.
Okay.
This is the government's agenda of Startup India, that our CMD is giving importance to this because the young generation has to come up quickly in India. That is the future of the country. So this year we have almost 46 companies of that startup entrepreneur are there in Ahar. Okay. So this is the first time initiative, and the same way the business prospects. I've been interacting with a lot of exhibitors. Every single exhibitor says is comparatively very good. In globally, they visit many exhibitions in all over the world. They go to Gulf Food in Dubai. They go to USA, in Canada. There are many events, global events, and they found this Ahar is very useful and very good. So I would definitely say now this Ahar is in the global map. This event is being approved by UFI, which is one of the global body to recognize the leading events in the world.
Okay.
So this Ahar is one of those approved event of UFI.
Great.
And we have got a lot of global visitors. Overseas visitors. Never expected this many visitors. We will be giving all the statistics end of the event.
Okay.
And definitely we have crossed last year's statistics in every front, whether it is exhibitors, visitorship, or overseas visitors, or overseas exhibitors also. This time we have more than 75 exhibitors from abroad.
Okay.
So comparing last year, it is definitely much above the figure.
It's a huge jump in every parameter which you can think of. We had a couple of visitors who are young and budding entrepreneurs, the new section which you have created. They were here in the studio. We had some good interaction with some of them, and most of them were almost like with folded hands saying thank you so much ITPO for allowing them to come to the mainstream, because it's like a struggling person who's got some great bright idea, wants a platform. So how did that idea suddenly come to you, sir?
See, first thing I would like to thank our ITPO leaders, my executive director and chairman and managing director. So they both are into bringing all these government schemes in every activity, especially the Startup India. Even I would like to say this is Make in India. Our CMD, wherever he goes, he always puts forward this Make in India, Digital India, Startup India, and every government's initiatives. These are all the government's initiatives. And we are implementing every scheme here. This Make in India, which is definitely well applicable to the Ahar Fair, because the almost 90% of the exhibitors are from India, and the items shown in the Ahar Fair is all made in India.
Correct.
So that's a campaign which going into the entire world leaders to show that Make in India has got a very good prominence by looking at this exhibition.
Very true. In fact, yesterday we had some people from Canada, their agriculture mission which is here. And apparently, the pulses and chickpeas and the other produce which Canada produces, almost 80% of that is shipped to India. And they are saying that they want to have Indians use their stuff to prepare in India. So rather than make finished goods coming from overseas, from the North America, they want the raw material to come here and be produced. So that's one part of it, in terms of their thought process also changing. Earlier I remember, if you ask a international European or American company, they will not even change the label. They'll say this is your market is this much, but today we are the biggest consumers. So what do you think about that? I mean, as a biggest consumer,
the global, I mean, as you said, rightly said, consumers. The consumption is here.
Correct.
The population of India and China put together is more than the 50% of the global population.
Absolutely.
So the population is the market. The consumption is happening here.
Yeah.
For everybody, rather than make it in their country and bring it to here. So it's our Prime Minister's campaign of Make in India. You make it here, then let the people consume it here. So that is what the concept is, that every global leader has to come to India, you make it in India and consume it in India. So that is the market. The business is here in India.
Correct.
Not anywhere else.
Very
so
true.
the export and then the import has got a different meaning now. Altogether now the concept is changed. When you say make in India, you make in India, because when the market is here, India is the biggest consumer. And then that is the reason that we are talking about all these global, the growing industries. It's all because of the population here.
Correct. And also
any industry, whether it's automobile industry or hotel industry or food industry, I would like to say this food and hospitality is a sunrising sector of Government of India.
Absolutely true. Somebody was saying it's 3 times the size, the hospitality. Just the hospitality is 3 times the size of Bollywood. So, that's we think Bollywood is very big, but it's nothing compared to the food sector. It's huge, tremendous.
Yeah, world is looking at India. India is growing. We have a dynamic leadership.
Correct.
So, everything is adding publicity to India.
So, you mentioned 3 things. You said government's initiative of Startup India, so that you have taken care through the young entrepreneurs being given stalls with subsidy. You have talked about Make in India, but you also spoke about a third thing, that is Digital India. So I would like to know, I'm now fishing for compliments from you, sir. We have been involved with your digital partners with AHAR 2016, trying to promote AHAR across the world. We started actually our campaign right before Gulf Food, and at that time itself we saw a tremendous amount of traction happening for people participating in Gulf Food, coming on the online handles that we had created for AHAR. What is your feedback and what is your opinion of what we did this year?
See, the Digital India is the technology. Every product displayed here in AHAR, you will find some kind of a digital technology built into it. Because the modern developments always comes into the digital now. The computerization, the digital technology is basically a computerized system. Every item is in the push button technology.
True.
Just feed them the data, then everything takes care of it. Whether it is cooking, whether it is warming, or whether it is preserving.
Correct.
Everything is the Digital India is the key input for every machinery sector. And we are developing it not just in the manufacturing. The Digital India is used in promoting. Digital India is today you are doing an online promotion of every Digital India. It is not only in the manufacturing. Today we are sitting here and doing an online promotion. This is again the digital technology. Today we are there in the Facebook, we are there in the Twitter, and we are there in the YouTube. These are all the digital technology. Now what we are talking about Digital India is the very fast reach to from one end to the another end. Whether it is a communication, whether it is a manufacturing, whether it is a consumption, everything goes fast through digital technology.
And across the globe. Not limited to a certain zone.
Today a person who is sitting here and showing their product and getting orders through online digital media.
Correct.
So this is what is the need of the hour is the digital technology. When our Prime Minister is talking about Digital India, Digital India it helps you. The olden days we used to sit in the market and awaiting the customer. Correct. But today the customers are there everywhere through digital technology.
Very true, very true.
They are looking at the monitor, they are looking at your product, they are interacting with you.
Correct.
So everything is developed by digital. So that is why he is giving you those key areas, Make in India, Digital India. All these programs are well thought of and well built up. And it is all
they complement each other.
Yeah, complement each other, and the prominence have been given by our leaders.
Very true.
And we are taking care of it.
So great, sir. So I think those are the great initiatives, and it's not just a buzzword, but actually being implemented on ground at every level. That's the most encouraging thing. And before we close this show, sir, what about AHAR 2017? Now that this is over, almost over, what new things are you planning?
The new things we have already spoken, but one thing I would like to say,
Yes, sir.
what was the previous AHAR and what is the current AHAR? The one thing which really made a difference, again the Digital India sector, it is you.
Thank
which
you,
is
sir.
the online promotion, which you've been doing it, Twitter, Facebook, or YouTube, or even made the the mobile application.
Yes, sir.
You are trying to make a virtual trade fair.
Yeah.
These are all totally digital. And you are promoting the AHAR to a third dimension,
Thank you, sir.
which is going to put AHAR in the global map. And this is going to be one of the foremost event in the world. And I want everyone in the world to notice about AHAR and then the products, the mighty of India, and let them come here and do a business here. And we are here. The industry is growing fast. So this AHAR has focused entire thing of India's mighty.
And thank you so much, sir. And we on our part will aim to make next year people should be telling on camera that we should hear other countries when they go to Gulf Food, they should be telling the organizers of Gulf Food, AHAR does this, why don't you guys start doing it? That's what we want to hear. With those kind of aims and ambitions, and hopefully with all the support from all the stakeholders, we will be able to achieve it. We are signing off from the studios at AHAR 2016, and you have a very good rest of the show. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.